If you could travel through time, would you go to the past or would you visit the future? And if you said that you've had enough of this modern day stuff and that you'd rather visit the good old days, if you said that, I really don't blame you because you're absolutely not alone. Because this YouGov poll here, that's the exact question it asks. It said, would Brits rather time travel to the past or to the future? And as you can see on screen, that's pretty clear cut. In fact, we'll turn off the don't knows. I think for people to not have an opinion on something, in this day and age, I mean, it's pretty weak. But you can see there, those numbers, that 58% of people would rather travel to the past than 28% of people who would rather go to the future. And a couple of things about this, right? Is you must admit, when you were younger, everyone wants to travel to the future. It's just one of those things, because like, I think at the time, we were just filled with optimism. Like, as they say, we really should have flying cars by now. But as time has progressed on, I think to everyone it's just become a little bit clearer that the future, like, we're not going to get the future that we were promised. Especially not under the Labour Party. I mean, the Conservatives weren't doing a great job. But I really don't think this next half decade is going to be a good one. And also another point as well, is that I think when people get older, like, they do just genuinely want to go back in time. As we get older, everyone just wants to visit the good old days. And I really don't blame you. I hear they were good. Tell me all about them in the comments. I hear they were good. But what caught me off about this chart, right, is if we break it down by age. So we've got the over 65s here, and you can see a much higher proportion of them. They want to go back to the good old days. And again, I really don't blame them. But if you get a younger age group, like 25 to 49, you can see that even though they're younger, they do still want to visit the past. And we'll turn the don't knows, we'll let them make an appearance, even though they probably should have made up their mind by this point. But you can see there, whether it's the over 65s, or 25 to 49, or pretty much anyone else in between the two, everyone just wants to go back in time. Like, that really does, like, when it comes to the government, that is one of the worst metrics that I've ever seen. Like, the government should be doing that much of a good job. I know they're not going to, but hear me out. The government should be doing that much of a good job that people want to go forward a couple of years' time to see how it pans out. But here we are and things are looking that bleak that people just want to go back in time. I gotta tell you as well, one thing that's always on my mind. I've got 2 kids. They're just the most perfect things in the world. Even when they're annoying me and it's 11 PM on a school night and they're still talking or trying to turn the TV on. I gotta tell you, having kids, it really does take quite a bit of the fun out of it. Like, if things are gonna go downhill from here, it is really annoying that I've got to leave a better country for my kids. Because if it was just me, you know, I mean, I'm sure you get what I'm saying. If it was just you could pretty much just watch it, you know, kind of like entertainment. But when you've got kids, and when you've got a family, even nieces and nephews, it does take a lot of the fun out of it. When you know deep down that you've got to leave them, like, a pretty decent country. But let me know what you think. Would you rather travel to the good old days? Or just out of curiosity, would you go 100 years in the future and see if the Earth is still here? And as always, thank you for making the very high IQ decision of becoming one of the 52,999 subscribers.
This country has gone crazy.